Hello everyone, welcome back to Off Miller Robin Hood Season 2. We're back on PRO, and today we're featuring Umbreon. Um, I just found this Eevee, Impish Nature, in my PC, so that's why I decided to use it. And honestly, Umbreon is a pretty cool Pokemon, even though it only runs like Foul Play and Wish Protect and Heal Bell, but I feel like it does a lot in our meta right now because for example, this thing like pretty much deals with Mega Metagross, unless it has Hammer Arm, but even if it does have Hammer Arm, I believe it is like a roll, or maybe it's not a roll, but like after Wish, like after Protect is what I mean to kill. So I don't know. And other than that, things like SC Garchomp, you know cannot OHKO it, but Umbreon OHKOs it back. It also checks Zard X because it can take a Flare Blitz relatively comfortably and KO it back with Foul Play. Deals with something like Setup Gyarados. So all those mons you can really think of, Umbreon pretty much walls it because of its ginormous physical defense and special defense and HP, and deals with it back. Heal Bell is really nice because like you can switch your say Keldeo into a Chansey without the fear of getting toxic because you can always heal it back. You can I guess U-turn on Zapdoses with Tornadus because you can just wish it back or heal Bell the paralysis away. So that's all pretty nice. Um, so definitely a mod you can try out if you really want to. Let's get talking about the rest of the team. Deontay, pretty nice Pokemon. It hits pretty hard. Timid Nature should not be run here. I would recommend Hasty. I would recommend Hasty because you want it to deal with Tornadus better. Naive works as well, but I just feel like Hasty is usually better. But Moonblast, Diamond, Storm, Earth Power, HP Fire. Most people don't have the luxury of HP Fire. So in my opinion, Earth Power is fine. You hit Heatran's pretty hard, hit Bisharp's pretty hard too. Moonblast and Time Storm are great stab moves that you can take advantage of. One hits the physical side and one hits the special side. Protect is basically to just, I guess, get your Mega Evolve pretty safely. Um, and I guess that's about it. So next we have Garchomp, Earthquake, Stealth Rock, Dragon Tail, and Fire Blast. Our team is kind of weak to Scizor, so I opt for a Fire Blast over Toxic. Dragon Tail, I think these other moves are very self-explanatory. It's also one of the only ways to deal with something like Lopunny. And Lopunny could be very annoying, but a fake out into Ice Punch might kill you, but Lopunny is going to take like 70% back pretty much. So that's pretty nice. Uh, and it also gives the team rocks. Ferrothorn, a great check to a lot of things. Protect is an option here. You can also run Power Whip if you're really scared of Manaphy, but that's why I decided to run Focus Blast and Keldeo to hit the Manaphy. Granted, it's a 70% chance, but still, better than nothing. And we got Mega Deontay and Tornadus outspeeding Manaphy too, so those could all be options. So that's why I opt for Protect here. Spikes, you just want to put up the pressure. And Gyro Ball, uh, well, hits pretty hard because Ferrothorns is amazingly slow. Um, it's good for checking something like Latios, which could be bothersome a bit. Bothersome otherwise. I mean, you do have Umbreon, but Latios, Clef, well, not necessarily a great check, but kind of checks Clef decently, and spamming hazards, I guess. Not much else to say. Keldeo is here, well, to hit things pretty hard. You hit Chanseys. In my opinion, you kind of need this to hit Chansey, or else the rest of your team doesn't really deal with it that well. You hit a lot of defensive mons for a lot of damage. And Tornadus is just here to hold the team together, otherwise it would be very weak to Alakazam. Umbreon does take a Focus Blast, but Foul Play unfortunately doesn't kill it back because Alakazam's attack is really low. So Tornadus is a nice top check to let. Ferrothorn also kind of helps checks Rain and Tornadus too. So I think that sums it up for the team. And we went like what, 8-0. Well, I went 8-0 in this video. So it's a pretty fun team. We climbed from 280 to like 380, solid 100 points, and hope you enjoy the battles, and we'll see you guys next time. As always, peace. Okay, so we got Translift here. Let's see. So Mega Deontay is kind of threatening to my team, but it seems fine. I don't know what else to say. I think that's about it. Let's leave Deontay here because it's always pretty good, and we could always just protect here. And he might probably do the same if I were to guess. No, he switches out into Gliscor, which is fine with me, but not the best. But what I could do here is actually I could go Ferrothorn, and I could start throwing down some spikes, and I kind of like that. Another option is just to, leech seed here, but judging from that doing nothing, we're just gonna put some spikes up here. He might switch out into his own Ferrothorn now as he goes Keldeo. We do have Protect to scout what move he is gonna go for, and we also have a relatively safe switch into Tornadus. But I'm just gonna go for the Protect because I guess there's no reason not to. He might double into Deontay, expecting me to go Tornadus. So that's that. Or he might just stay on Secret Sword, to which we could just go Tornadus afterwards still, and then U-turn out. So either way, I think it's fine. Okay, he goes for the Secret Sword, so we're just gonna go into Tornadus here as he goes into Gliscor here. So that's fine with me. The Gliscor is a bit problematic to deal with because my only way of really hitting it is the Keldeo. And Deontay hits it pretty hard, but not hard enough, I guess. We could just go U-turn out into Ferrothorn. If we really want to switch out, we could lead seed into Keldeo, so Keldeo doesn't take too much damage. Another thing is the fact that I don't know if he has defog. If he does have defog, it's going to be a bit annoying because my spikes will be gone pretty much. We're just going to put them up regardless. I feel like it's better to have them than not have them. And to be honest, he has more I have more spikes than he has defog, so if he wants to play this game, I'm free to play this game, I guess. Let's throw up a leech seed here, as he just keeps defogging, which I'm completely fine with. Right now, he's probably going to go into Keldeo here, but honestly, I don't see a reason not to just defog, not to just spikes here. Sure, he can go Chandelier, but then again, we go into the Umbreon, and that's really nice, I feel like. So he's probably going to go for a Flamethrower because it's whatever, but no, he just decides to go into the Gliscor, as he will probably just spam defog again. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to go hard Keldeo here as he goes for the defog, I believe, and we're just going to click Scald here. He doesn't really have a good switch-in. His only real switch-in is Ferrothorn, which he does go to. I'm not going to bother to predict, just in case he doesn't go to that. And the fact that we got the burn is very crucial, I think. And right now I'm going to just go into card chomp here. We're going to start putting rocks up. He can put his rocks up, which I don't mind, and we'll do the same. So decides to go out into the Mimikyu, and Mimikyu is a bit annoying for me. I have to just hard switch out into Ferrothorn here, as this thing is quite bothersome. As he goes for a player rough. I believe this is this Life Orb? Yeah, this is Life Orb. He might have Drain Punch, but the good thing here is we just go for a Gyro Ball. And Mimikyu is forced to switch because something like that is not the right mod to switch to. I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but that is not the right mod to switch to. That move just doesn't make sense. I guess there's no reason not to protect and get some leftover recovery back. Don't know why he would opt to go to listing over... Actually, I don't know. Actually. This kind of makes sense, but it does just invite in the Torn, which is a relatively free switch in. But we're just gonna protect. Goes for a Secret Sword. We'll play it safe and then go Tornadus here. He might double, but I genuinely don't see what he could really double into. Like Gliscor maybe? Mimikyu, okay, well. I mean, Mimikyu's a fine play, but the problem is Tornadus just U-turns out, which breaks the disguise, right? And then we just go into Ferrothorn here, as if he goes for an SD, I still don't think Drain Punch, Drain Punch kills me here, so, I mean, I could calc it. So I guess I'll calc it, so something like Ferrothorn versus a Mimikyu at +2 Adamant Life Orb. And he might not even have Drain Punch. Yeah, Drain Punch doesn't kill here. So I think what we could do is just go for a Gyro Ball. And yeah, so he definitely doesn't have Drain Punch there. And we'll just go into Umbreon here, which he might double out into Keldeo, but then again we could scout for what move he has through protecting. So overall I think this is a very good position to be in. Unless he specs, but no, he is for sure Scarf there. I'm max Phys Umbreon, so that's not. We could just go hard into Tornadus here, as the Wish will heal us up, but another play is just protecting, keeping the Umbreon healthy, and as a good switch into Chandelier there. So we'll just go into Tornadus here as he spams Secret Sword. And that's completely fine with me. Even if Tornadus die, Garchomp is a decent check to Secret Sword, so that doesn't seem specs, but that's the game, so GG's. Okay, so we're back, and this guy has a pretty weird team. We're just gonna lead with the NC and see what happens, but this guy's team is honestly really weird. This is probably just Mega, right? Like I'm an Electric. He's just gonna Volt Switch out turn 1. We're just gonna Mega Evolve and Protect here, because he probably just Volt Switches, but I don't think it really matters. Yep, he goes for Hidden Power for some reason. If I just Earth Powered there, he would have just dropped. I really don't know that play, but we're just gonna go for a EP here, in case he goes into something like Extra Drill, which I feel like is definitely a possibility. He should probably go Chansey though. No, he goes Azu. That play didn't make sense. That play didn't really make sense. We're just protecting to see what happens. We got Protect on 3 Mons, so I'm really like brain dead. Whatever. Okay, he belly drums, so this is kind of bad, but the thing is, we can go Garchomp here. He should, well, he's pretty much forced to Agent here, and I would live this guaranteed. So this is really nice, as we just, took a chunk of health off of him. We're just gonna go Ferrothorn here, force him to. Pretty much, he's gonna age it again for sure, and Azu dies as Ferrothorn lives on pretty decent health. We can always recover that back because his team isn't really that offensive. We can always recover that back with either Wish or just Leech Seed, especially when he has a Chansey. That's always like a free Leech Seed mon. Yeah, and we're just gonna protect here, get some recovery back, and then go on Umbreon. I feel like, yeah, he's probably not gonna protect. Well, if I were him, I just keep flamethrowing, even though Volt Switch might seem tempting, but it doesn't really get him much. We're just gonna go to listing, and Umbreon is really good now that Azu is dead. So a free Wish here, we could heal this up, and as you can see, this is Phys full Phys Umbreon, and it's not taking like jack shit, but I want to keep this healthy. And the reason for this is that I probably should have just foul played there. That was a bad play on my part, but I want to keep this healthy so that we don't really need to worry about the Manectric, which might seem bothersome. We'll just foul play here, which I don't see no reason not to. I could probably also switch out into Garchomp there, but let's just get some health off on the extra drill here. So that's pretty nice. Switches out into Chansey, as he probably just goes for a Toxic here, and I really don't mind that because I do have Heal Bell on Umbreon, so we can always deal with that. And Garchomp is healthy enough to live Rocks plus a Seismic Toss if he decides to go for it. Don't mind this at all because we do get our Rocks up. So you know, Umbreon putting in the work. Even though it's a defensive Pokemon, it doesn't really seem like it's doing much. It's putting in the work, guaranteed, definitely. So, and now that Ozawin is dead, we do have the opportunity of going into Keldeo here, and Keldeo is really nice because it threatens a Secret Sword. He probably should go into Cathagrigus here. The expected Secret Sword, so we're just gonna Scald. I might get this bite wrong, I don't really mind, but because we always have Heal Bell and Umbreon to deal with this. So, good chef, I think. Well, it's a good two-way KO, that's what I mean, I guess. We'll just Scald again. I don't mind if he stays in. He could go Chansey, Hydreigon, all he wants. I think this is completely fine. Even if he goes Chansey, it's just a free opportunity for me to go Ferrothorn and get, you know, just Spikes or Leech Seed, stuff like that. So I really don't mind that. Okay, go in Tornadus here, which I feel like it's good. I don't want Umbreon taking a Specs Draco Meteor, because I kind of need it. He just goes for a Flamethrower, probably expecting a Ferrothorn switch in, but that looks very Specs, honestly. That does look very Specs. We'll just U-turn out here. Yep, that's for sure Specs. Nice little crit. But we'll just go into Keldeo. And I think Scald's fine. Flamethrowers again, because that's Specs. Okay, yeah, Scald's definitely fine here. I don't want his... Like, you can argue Secret Sword, yeah, hit the Chansey, whatever, but I just don't want his Cathagrigus to heal up ever. Because that thing will be very annoying to deal with. Okay, goes into Manectric. You know, we're just gonna go into... He's gonna Volt Switch here, but I think I don't mind. I'm just gonna go into Umbreon. And see, because anything he goes into can't really take advantage of me. Goes for a Thunderbolt, even better, because now he doesn't even get momentum, and that's really bad, honestly. Yeah, that's very bad. Because if I get, I think if I get paralyzed here, I kind of just lose. Okay, we get the Wish off, which is nice, but we now need to hope that we get the Protect off. Okay, nice. Cool. Okay, so this is good, because now I live quite some more Thunderbolts. I think going for Heal Bell as a priority is good. He goes for Volt Switch for some reason, I don't know why, but let's go for Heal Bell here, because we do heal the Tornadus, Garchomp, and the Umbreon. And I don't know why he goes into this thing. I mean, granted he doesn't really have anything else to go into, but we could just go for a Foul Play here and pick this up. I don't really need Synchronize, I don't think. So this is good. Manectric comes back in. Gets the Intim off, which doesn't really matter. We'll just protect here. Let's see, it goes for a T-Bolt. I guess just hoping for the paralysis at this point, because there's honestly nothing else he can really do. Goes for a HP. Doesn't really matter. We'll just go for a Foul Play here and finally get some chip on this thing, and hopefully eventually kill it. He's probably predicting me to wish into something else. I'm guessing that's why he's doing that. Goes for a T-Bolt here. mind. We'll just foul play again. Hopefully eventually killing this Manectric because it's getting a bit annoying. Because we're just fishing for, well, he's just fishing for paralysis at this point, and with another, with enough paralysis, we could get unlucky and lose the game that way. So Umbreon really putting in the work, because without it, we probably just get swept by this Manectric, and he just forfeits. So GG's. Okay, so we're back with another one. Here we have LOL King. We're just gonna lead this Deontay here. He's likely, I don't know if he's gonna lead Brabombi because he does know that I do have a Deontay, and that's kind of bad for him. He might lead a Superior. That's also a very viable option because it's a pretty obvious Deontay lead. He might also lead Mamoswine because Mamoswine is good against Deontay. Deontay can't really kill it. I know it's Diancie, but I just want to say Deontay because it sounds French, but whatever. Let's see what he chooses. Superior could be annoying because if he goes for a Glare turn 1 expecting me to go Tornadus, that is going to be bothersome. But he can also sub here, so that's also pretty annoying. I think I'm just going to hard switch into Tornadus here. I don't want him to sub up. I want him to go for those annoying things. And he shouldn't double into Brabombi because I could always just Mega and Protect. So that doesn't really make sense. Let's see. He does double into Brabombi. I really don't get this play because I could have just Mega and Protect there. I think that's a bad play, but whatever. He gets up webs, which is fine with me. We'll just go for a Heat Wave here. Well, he just died, so that's that. So maybe he can't afford Focus Sashes, or maybe he just forgot to put them on. Both are pretty understandable explanations. Darn comes in, and this is definitely Scarfed. We're just gonna go into Garchomp. If he goes for the Flare Blitz, he's taking a shit ton of damage here. Goes for the U-turn, which makes sense. Probably into the Medicham, if I were him. Or the Mamoswine. Mamoswine also makes sense, but in my opinion, Medicham is freer because Mamoswine invites in Umbreon, and we all know that Umbreon takes this up, so. But he doesn't know. So, whatever. Okay, so this is good, I think. Or this is fine. I mean, I don't really get his turn 1 play. That really didn't make sense. We will just protect. To scout. What if he has superpower or not? Which apparently he doesn't. So he just goes for Earthquake here. We're just gonna wish. And that's doing a shit ton for Phys Def on Umbreon, honestly. And we're just gonna go for a Protect here. He might just switch out into the Medicham, but and he's gonna fake out this turn for sure. So we'll take this opportunity to go into Garchomp because he knows I have Protect and he knows that it failed. So what he should do here is always to go for a fake out, because if he HAKs into the Protect, well, he's gonna lose 50%. So no, he goes straight for the Ice Punch. So ballsy play for sure. And he got rewarded for it pretty much. But I mean, it's an understandable play, I guess. We can finally go back into this. I think it's a pretty free U-turn actually. Let's just go for a U-turn. He should never stay in here. So he goes Bisharp, and we get to go Keldeo and pretty much pick up a kill here. Yeah, nothing on his team really switches into this, so that's nice. But the Medicham is the problem here because every time it comes in, it picks up a kill. Like now, it can come in now and just obliterate this team. So no, it's Medicham's always a problem, but we'll try and find a way to deal with it. Superior comes in actually, which makes sense. We're just gonna go into Ferrothorn here. Ferrothorn doesn't really offer too much defensively, and what it does is, yeah, if he subs, 2 HE Fire doesn't kill me, I don't think, and if he glares, that's even better because, well, if we can connect, of course. If he glares, that's good because now our gyro ball will be doing a shit ton of damage thanks to the glare. So, and he doesn't really have any switch-ins into this either. I mean, he could go Darm, I guess, but it's not a great switch-in. Goes for sub. Okay, so he's just fishing at this point. As we get fully paralysis, which sucks. But we do live a Leaf Storm plus 8 HP fire, so I think this is fine in the long run. As long as if we don't get paralyzed too many times, we should be fine. So getting some chip onto listing is good. We can always just sack Keldeo here, as it doesn't really provide too much defensively, because Mamoswine outspeeds it, and yeah, so it's not great. Flare Blitz comes out, almost picking us up, but I think Darm, no, Darm doesn't die to it. Okay, that's fine. We're just gonna go into this thing. And I think a Moonblast is really free here, so we're just gonna go for a Moonblast. Let's stay in base form because I think it helps us hit. I mean, it helps us tank this Flare Blitz harder or better if he does decide to go for it, which he does. So he should just die to the Recoil here, so that's fine. Superior might come back in here, or Mamoswine even. I think both are pretty good options for him. We're just gonna go into Ferrothorn and do the same thing just like last time. I don't want Tornadus getting paralyzed because we kind of need it for the Metacham. So yeah, Tornadus could just win in an end game, so that's really nice. Goes for the Glare once again, expecting a Tornadus switch in, so glad I didn't go to it. We're just gonna go for a Gyro Ball here, as he switches out into Mamoswine. Oh, that's a bad play. That's a bad play. He can't switch out basically, unless he's like hoping for a paralysis. I mean, which makes sense because he's in a very bad spot, I guess. We're not gonna even risk the protect. We're gonna keep this for the Surf. So honestly, we're just gonna go into the Yanzi here. If he's smart, he just fakes out. No, he just goes for AJK and misses. That's unfortunate. But if I hit 2 Hurricanes, I would have won regardless. Granted, that's like a very low chance. But whatever. He should go for an Ice Punch here. If he AJKs again, he's really dumb. Oh wait, the Yanzi has Clear Body. Holy shit. I forgot about that. The Yanzi has Clear Body. Yeah. That's insane. Okay, so that's really nice. Whatever, we're just gonna spam Moonblast here, and I think that's pretty much game. Leaf Storm, he can Leaf Storm all he wants, but that's I think that's it. Unless I get like super unlucky, but this should be fine. We're just gonna U-turn here. Might go for sub or something, but get some chip on this thing, and hopefully nothing bad happens. Might go for the Glare or sub. That makes sense too. Let's go back into Tornadus because he shouldn't Glare here on this. He does, but that's a decent amount of damage. U-turn out. We're gonna go back into Ferrothorn here while breaking the sub, and if he has AP Fire, he probably uses it, but it doesn't really matter because Tornado just comes back in and U-turns and wins. So, yeah. Guess that's that. And he can't even like Leech Seed or something. I'm guessing his last move is Leech Seed. Yeah, probably. It makes sense because he's not using it. Okay, well, GG's. Okay, so I fought this guy like just now and I beat him. I'm just gonna record this again. Hopefully this is gonna be a shorter version of the previous battle. Just note that he played like really bad. and like last match, he played like really bad. And even though he is this high rated, he made some plays that he should not have made, but it ended up getting him rewarded for it because of his garbage plays. But things aside, we're just gonna continue this and see if I can get a shorter version of the previous battle. Go for a knockoff here. He's gonna go into Zapdos. I always have heal belt on Umbreon, so I'm not too worried. He's Rocky Helmet this time, but it doesn't really matter because it's gone turn like 2. We go with Garchomp here. I think the good thing about going Garchomp is that we now confirm that his Zapdos can never touch me. So that's honestly really great. He might double into Weavile here if he's smart, as he probably does. No, he goes Scarm. I'm really fine with that, I think. Let's go for Rocks here. He might even predict a Deontay switch in, so he doesn't go for it. So, no, cool. Does predict a Deontay switch in. I'm guessing it's going to be a return coming out here, but honestly don't have many options. I really wanted to keep this for the Lopunny, so let's go into this because the thing about Ferrothorn I feel like is the fact that it's like it's not like it's fine, but the thing is with Zapdos constantly threatening defog, Ferrothorn is just the freest defog Pokemon ever for Zapdos. We're gonna go hard into this here, and we're going to finally just U-turn out, get some momentum. If he goes Zapdos, we're just going to follow this up by going into Keldeo and going for like a Scald. And he should switch out into Chansey, but I don't know. We're just going to go for Scald because this guy's actually like dumb. He's just staying in Chansey against a Keldeo when he's when I'm like I'm paralyzed and he's at like 10%. Granted, Chansey does live a Keldeo Secret Sword, but he's at 10%. So we're just gonna go for Scald. I don't know. See, I don't know what this guy's thinking. So, and that just dropped. So that's really nice. His only defogger's gone, and I really appreciate that. Honestly. Let's go into Ferrothorn here. The thing about Ferrothorn is, well, it's actually useful now that Zapdos is gone because he sacked it for no reason. Goes for a Toss. I don't get that play. That play is the worst play I've ever seen. That play is so bad. However, I'll go for a Protect here. Let's see. Goes for a Toss. I'm just gonna like it's dumb to sack this in my opinion, but I'm just gonna sack this. Maybe he's stupid and goes for like a maybe he goes for a Wish, because I honestly don't know what this guy's gonna do. But right here, it does allow this in, and we can click Secret Sword relatively freely. Skarmory can come in, but it's not gonna, appreciate it. Because it dies to 3 Secret Swords, I believe. Well, so let's just spam Secret Sword here. He should always go just Roost here, but maybe he just goes for Rocks. Okay, he does Roost, which is a good play. And let's switch out here finally into the Garchomp, because Garchomp threatens a Fire Blast, and that's nice. Let's go for a Fire Blast here, and we miss unfortunately, but Rocks do go up, which kind of sucks because now we don't have Spikes helping us, but we'll just go for a Fire Blast again as he goes into Chansey. That's a fine play. And okay, we miss, which doesn't really matter. He should always go for a Soft Oil here. So let's Dragon Tail him out. As long as if it isn't, like, even if it's Weavile, the worst case, it's still fine. Like, it's not great, but it does allow the Umbreon to come in and take some hits and then absorb some Life Orb, I guess. So, and he's also taking Rocks, which is not nice, but which is really nice is what I mean. Our team is not as weak to Rocks as his, so that's good. Knocks off, nice. Okay, let's get a Wish off here. So pretty much just a Wish. We're just gonna Wish all this. He's gonna Icicle Crash, nice miss. And I'm gonna go for foul play so it speeds up the process. Goes into Chansey, completely fine. And let's see. Well, let's go into hard Calio. If he Thunder Waves, it's whatever. I'll just, you know, heal about it back. And if he doesn't, hopefully he doesn't, because it's the freest Secret Sword in the world. Goes for a Soft Oil. Nice. Let's go for a Secret Sword now. As he stays in, that's what I'm talking about. Like, people being stupid. And he's probably gonna stay in here and hope I get paralyzed. Watch. The right play is, like, okay, the right play is staying in this case, because he can never come back in, given that we removed defog, right? So that is the right play. But it's whatever. Here you should go for honestly just go for a return, right? So I don't know how much Umbreon takes from this bandit return, but I'm gonna run the calcs. I don't think it lives too. I'm gonna just say that. So and he's gonna go for a return for sure. So we have to switch out. Keldeo is kind of our win con here. But to whom? Okay, so choice band return does 55%ish, which is fine, but we need. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna prioritize. Let's go into Diancie here. The reason is I don't need Diancie as much as Garchomp. I don't need Tornadus either, really, but I just feel like it's he's for sure gonna go for a return here. Let's follow this up with the Moonblast. So he goes Skarmory. Nice. Oh, holy crap. That did so much. I think another one kills. Is this Skarmory like super bad or something? No, it isn't. Okay. Diancie's never coming back in, but regardless, I feel like this is a chance for us to get Umbreon in and just defogging. Not defogging, but well, killing us from the Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave healing. Does he go for? No, he goes for Whirlwind. I think this is fine. Diancie dies. It's whatever, right? And let's go Tornadus here. And the thing is, we turn a Heat Wave on pretty much everything, so nothing can really come in to deal with this. So let's just go for a Heat Wave here. Get some nice damage onto Skarm. He can Whirlwind all he wants, but Tornadus gets all that health back thanks to Regenerator. So that's really nice. And now a free Fire Blast. The only bad thing would be Whirlwinding into the Umbreon, but good thing he didn't. Well, gets fucking roost off because he's a lucky bastard. We didn't hit one Fire Blast this game, if I recall correctly. That was just lucky. Lucky as hell. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Bro, this guy's the luckiest human in the fucking universe. I'm glad he doesn't have spikes, because he could have just gotten like 10 layers up right there. Finally hits one. God damn it. And he lives pretty comfortably, so hopefully we don't get Umbreon, as we do get Umbreon, but see if we can get this chance to we're just gonna go for a Wish. Umbreon being low is not good, because Weavile could be a bit problematic. But then again, his Weavile is already not that high, so gonna go for a Wish. Let's go for a Protect. I don't remember if it blocks it. Oh, it does. That's unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. And now we can just click Scald pretty freely. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have Brave Bird. Okay, maybe he does, but okay, well, I guess he doesn't. Skull picks us up. Nice. So he's gonna go into Lopunny here. And the good thing about this is I don't think he has Ice Punch from how he's playing it last game. So Garchomp should tank 2 HJKs, and we can threaten a Earthquake back. So that's all pretty nice stuff. Okay, so goes for an HJK, makes sense. Okay, maybe I don't tank 2, but maybe. Let's go for an Earthquake here. He goes for Ice Punch. Okay, that makes sense. Oh no. Okay, so he does have Ice Punch. So that's like not great, but it's whatever. Does Tornadus eat this up? Because I think if it does, my IVs aren't great for sure, but happening. Okay, so a Ice Punch shouldn't kill me. Let's go to it. Here's my Tornadus. 0-3 HP. So, regardless, according to the calc, I should not die to this. So we're just gonna go for a Heat Wave as he goes for the Ice Punch. Don't really mind. I hope. Nice. You live. Heat Wave hits. Okay, kills it. Nice. Cool. Okay, so this battle is like so much shorter than the last one. The last one lasted for like 30 minutes. But it's whatever. This finally goes into Weavile. We sack this, I feel like. Yeah, we always sack this. Okay, the thing is, I think going Umbreon is always the right play here. And the reason for that is, sure, Keldeo could just kill it, but the thing is, Ice Crash plus Quick Attack crit will kill me back. And even if, let's say, Umbreon gets like flinched 10 turns in a row, right? It's still the same situation. Because the thing about Umbreon is, it's never gonna beat a Diggersby 1v1, because the other move is simply doing too much. And we fortunately get the Wish, which is really nice. So that's basically GG's for him. So I think risking the whatever there is better than going into Keldeo. Because now he goes into that, but I don't get this play because it doesn't get him shit. Because the thing is, this play doesn't make sense. Let's say even hypothetically he lives with rocks. His Weavile comes in with rocks. The thing is, he needs to flinch Keldeo 3 times now to win. If you get what I'm saying, because he's gonna go for a return, because that does a lot of damage onto the Umbreon, right? And the thing is, if he goes for return, and let's say he doesn't even kill us, but let's say he beats this Umbreon, we go Keldeo, he can't Quick Attack because he's Choice, and now he's forced to stack Weavile, so let's say this lives on like 10%. Scourge is going to pick up this Weavile, so he's forced back into Diggersby, which a crit doesn't even kill Keldeo, so that play was just a bad play all around, so whatever, GG's. Okay, so after queuing for like 10 minutes, we finally found a match. This guy has, well, pretty weird team, but so rocks would be really good on him. We're gonna lead Deontay regardless here, and let's just go for a Diamond Storm. Let's go for a Protect first, honestly. I don't think he'll go for something too crazy here, like Dragon Dancing. He might, but hopefully not. Okay, he switches out. That's good to know. Reassuring. Wait, does Deontay live to like one EQ from Gliscor? Because I generally don't. Why did I type Gliscor Mega? It's so dumb of me. Okay, we have a chance of lifting one, but I'm not going to risk it. I think going to Garchomp is always the right play here. We can throw rocks up, and he might defog, I know, but it's whatever. We'll see if he even has defog. I think that's the first thing. Okay, So rocks goes up. He goes for his rocks. I highly doubt he has defog then, because that just makes no sense if you're just defogging away your own rocks. But then again, he has a Dragonite plus a Charizard. If he doesn't have defog, then that's even weirder. So I don't know. He does have defog. So okay. You know what? We're just gonna throw some spikes down. I don't know if this is Zard X or Y, honestly. I think going Umbreon is always the play here, regardless if he's Zard X or Y. Because Umbreon deals with X, it tanks a flamethrower from Y, which we could follow up by going into DNC. So he is Zard Y. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, Zard X or Y. I guess Zard X just gives him too many dragon types. Holy shit! Yeah, that's a crit. Is there any point in keeping this? I don't think so. Let's squish here. Yeah, there's no point in keeping this shit. Well, it's a free switching into Deontay here. We're just gonna go for a Diamond Storm. I don't know why he stays in, but there's a free Charizard, so that's really nice. Because that thing's a threat. And I'm really glad it's gone now. His play was always to go Ferrothorn, which, I mean, I guess he could have been scared of, say, HP Fire, but, I don't know. Don't think it's that much of a problem. We're gonna go into my Ferrothorn, because I do get a Leech Seed here. That's really nice, in my opinion, because I could just Leech Seed into Garchomp, right, and then get my rocks up. The reason why I didn't go hard Keldeo there was because I don't want getting, like, my Skull's not gonna kill him. That's the thing. So, okay, he is SD Gliscor, so that's not great. SD rocks. What? SD rocks, right? We've seen those. EQ. Defog. The fuck? Okay, he might be Facade, but he doesn't have, the thing is, he just doesn't have, what's that called? He doesn't have, well, something. Let's go for Gyro again. Okay, well, that does a shit ton. But I now know that my Tornadus walls this shit completely, so either way, this is fine. It's Protect to get some recovery back to like 50%. You cannot touch Torn. That's insane. That's just funny. Okay, well, Torn comes in, we just go for like shit, this is kind of bad actually. Let's go for a knockoff here. Because if he's banded, it's choice specs? Fuck? Okay. That's very weird. Maybe Ice Beam comes out here. We're just gonna go to this thing. I know he probably has Flamethrower. Hurricanes, okay. That's fine. I'm just gonna Protect again. Flamethrower does come out. Okay, go hard into Deontay. And we'll just quick Moonblast. 100% Hurricane hit rate. Interesting. Ferrothorn's always the play here. There's, there's no reason not to. And, yeah. We're just gonna go for a Protect here. Let's see what he does. Because he shouldn't be able to, like, deal with me, regardless. He goes for Protect, we trade Protects. Well, his Protect failed, but mine didn't. Hopefully he doesn't Spikes here. That would be a bit annoying. I want him to just Gyro Ball into the Garchomp. That's like best case, I feel like. Okay, the other concern is the, in my opinion, is the, what's that called? The Como. Because that mine is, well, bothersome. Okay, well, he can steal he wants, but he can't touch Torn. And I figured that out already, so. Goes for D5. Ah, you're right. I probably shouldn't have. Hurricanes here. Goes for rocks. Oh, that's a bit annoying. I'm just need to hit some hurricanes, but nice. Okay, so what the fuck is that? This might be Whirlpool. We're just gonna knock this off and see what happens. I don't want him because we're superpower. Okay, that's fine. Let's go for another hurricane. Hopefully we connect, which we do. Goes for a play rough here. Shouldn't kill us. Okay, now he should go for an A-Jet, which probably should take him out here. With Garchomp. I'm just really concerned about the Como. I think that's the biggest threat here. The Gliscor is also annoying. Dragonite comes in, goes for like an Ice Beam or something. So let's go into Diancie here. And, I think it's not great, but it's not looking too great, but probably will work out fine. Well, I end up being frozen. Hopefully we break out. Please, please. Well, I guess not. Okay, this Dragonite's a problem. Now that Diancie got frozen there, because I can't really kill it. I think Helio is kind of the only way out here. We have to just go for, I think, 2 Hydro Pumps. Pick this up, maybe. So let's go for Hydro Pumps. That play doesn't make sense because I could, like, he resists both. I guess he's expecting a, oh, I think that's who it KOs, but I think he's expecting an Icy Wind, so that kind of makes sense then. Probably shouldn't be risking this. Yeah, probably shouldn't have. Okay, let's take this opportunity to go Garchomp here. Go for rocks. It's quite bothersome. Spikes, okay, that makes sense. Rocks goes up. See what he does. Leaf Seeds, okay, cool. Okay, now we can go for a Fire Blast pretty freely here. I don't even know if this kills, but it would be good if we fucking hit. Which we don't, so that's bad. Now he protects because now he knows I have Fire Blast. Very nice. I'm not hitting my Fire Blast today. It's, you know, overall just a bad day. So, let's see. Switches out into the Como. Okay, hopefully he starts sending up. Or even if he goes for like a attacking move, I'm also fine with that. Because I get it. Dragon Tail up. If I were him, I'd always go Dragonite there though. Because that play, in my opinion, doesn't really make too much sense. Okay, he does go out here. Hopefully we connect, this is big. Big damage. He's kind of misplaying very hard right now, so that's great. And we can take this opportunity to go into Keldeo and go for a Secret Sword here. I think that's the only right play. He can't, I mean, he could go Gliscor, I guess, but it just gives my Tornadus some free recovery. So this guy's just really lucky in general, because his Ferrothorn should have been dead like 10 years ago, but it's not, so that's whatever. Goes Como. Okay, that's a nice sack for me. Now I don't need to worry about that mon. Nice. Okay, so the thing is, he's gonna go into Dragonite now, I think. He goes Gliscor actually, so that's actually really nice because the thing is Tornadus walls Gliscor. But I guess he does get the defog off, so that could be a bit annoying though. Because now he's the only one with the rocks, because he's this weird ass Gliscor. But so like we can only Hurricane here. I mean, there's not much else we can really do. Don't know why he switches into Dragonite here. Hopefully we connect, which we do. That's just a weird play all around. I don't really want to risk this though. Okay, let's say I risk this. This dies. We go Keldeo. We click Scald. I don't want to risk this. This is my only flying type, so I think we should just U-turn out. He's gonna go for a Thunderbolt, whatever, and then attack Ferrothorn. This shouldn't have been this close. He should have like won the game already. I feel like. It's nice. I could make a stupid ass play and then go Tornadus here, but I don't think it's worth the risk. Yeah, I'm glad I did it. Cool. Okay, Gliscor comes in. Let's go for Lead Seed here. So he goes for an Earthquake. This does kill me, but it does allow him to, I guess my play was always to go Tornadus there, but that's whatever. Oh, I probably should have went. What am I doing? I probably should have went Keldeo, but GG's. Okay, so this is probably going to be the last match of today, but pretty cool team, hyper offense type of thing. We're just going to lead Diancie here. He might lead Landorus. Okay, he leads Superior, which also makes sense, but honestly, we're just going to go into Ferrothorn here. I don't want Tornadus getting glared. I don't want him putting up a sub or anything like that, so I think this is a fine play. He does sub, it's probably sub glare, given how little people have HP fire. We're just gonna go for this. Gyro Ball here as as we destroy the substitute. And I think it's time to just go Tornadus and Heat Wave. I don't know if he has glare. I mean, that makes sense. It makes sense that he's not using it, but yeah, okay, cool. He does go for that. We're just gonna go for I think a U-turn is fine. He should be afraid of the Heat Wave and go into something like Shuckle. No. To which we do just go into this thing and we get a free Moonblast off. The freest Moonblast of my life. Because he can't even put up the webs in front of me because he'll be putting it like for himself. So it's good. Doesn't really have a switch in. He could go Landorus. I'm guessing that's Scarfed. It's either Scarf Landorus or Scarf Diggersby. I don't know. We'll see. So let's just go for a Moonblast. Because I don't know what he can go for here, honestly. He just goes for a Gambit. Okay. So that takes some health off of Diancie, but it's overall not that bad. Diancie can still come in and deal with Keldeo, Medicham, tank a quick attack from Diggersby, do all those good things. I don't know what the fuck this is though. It's probably Scarfed, right? If he's going into it, this obviously. But I'm just gonna stay in and we're gonna go for a Moonblast here. I don't really, I mean, like Diancie is cool, but you don't really need it that much. And he probably goes for a quick attack. If he wants to read, like I'm fine with it. If he returns, then he returns. I don't really care. Oh, nice play actually, going for the Earthquake and taking us out with that. And well, let's go into the Torn. That's a really nice read. I mean, I guess he realizes that he's behind, so he really wants to, make that play to make up for it. So we're just gonna U-turn out. I know we're gonna take a shit ton from this quick attack, but holy shit, that's way too much. Okay, well, but that's that. Danrous comes in, we're just gonna go into the Feral Thorn. You might, I mean, this might be rocks, but I think it's fine. It's probably Scarf, as I previously said. And goes into Keldeo here. I don't know, maybe he's Submined. We'll Protect to Scout. Let's see. He goes hard for Secret Sword, so... And I really don't have a switch into this regardless, because now, yeah, I don't really have a switch into this. So, I guess what I could go for here is, well, it's probably just to sack this. We'll throw down a layer of spikes here, if we live, but we don't. I think going into this is fine. I probably should have went Deontay, but I really want some health back on this because now I can switch into Superior more freely, so that's good. I think Hurricane's relatively free here. This will be hit, and we do connect, killing the Keldeo. Okay, so that's really nice. He probably goes Landers here. I mean, he's just hoping for the miss, I guess. But we could go Umbreon, so that's good. Goes into U-turns probably into Metacham, right? Metacham probably comes in here. You know, that's that. Because okay, what he should do with Metacham is, I don't think he should go for hard HAK though, because that play would just pretty much force in. I mean, you know, if he goes for like an HAK, he pretty much just, you know, dies. Yeah. So let's see. I don't want to risk Keldeo here, but Keldeo seems fine. Let's go into Deontay. I feel like he should fake out here. I mean, Ice Punch also makes sense in my opinion, but it does get him hit by a foul play really hard. I think it should just be a fake out right here, because most do carry Wish Protect, and this does allow me, unless he has Bullet Punch, this does allow a free move last year. Yeah, into Surf makes sense. Smoke Blast is a shit ton. We raised the special attack because of the special attack drop, but it's I think it's a decently free switching into Torn. Leaf Storm comes out. Good he doesn't have Glare, because Glare would be really bothersome. And well, a free U-turn out here. The thing is, if I were him, I'd always go into Landorus on the I would always go Landorus on the Deontay, because the reason is, now that his Superior is weakened, Scald is the freest move to click here, and the Superior can definitely not switch into this, and that's he stacks Metacham. Metacham dies to a Scald, so that's unfortunate for him. But what we could do now is, I'm honestly just, I don't know. I'm honestly just gonna go for, I think going Torn is a risk-free play, so let's just go with Torn, honestly. Goes for a Seed. Regardless, we're just gonna U-turn out. I mean, he could just go Landorus. I don't think we really care that much, right? He should go Landorus here, definitely, but I don't think we really care. We're just gonna U-turn. If he stays in again, we will go Deontay and sack it. Yep, he does stay in. Okay, so let's go Deontay. I mean, if he leaves Seeds, he's not getting anything. And you know, he doesn't have Flare, so we can go safely back into Torn. So we know he's sub-seed, you know, HP Fire Glare, so HP Fire Beast Storm, my bad. That's what I mean. Nice play, I guess, reading the switch in. It doesn't really get him too much though, because we're just gonna make the same play on Euchre now. Like, I'm just gonna go into Keldeo here, and we're just gonna click Scald, and you know, it's it's whatever, because even if he U-turns out into that and he lives, I don't think it's gonna matter too much. So yeah, that's that pretty much. We're just gonna stay in here, and well, he just forfeits, so GG's.